2 minutes to 10. Stuck inside the tent. Been waiting. No breeze at all. And midges by the millions. So bagging out inside the tent. I have to skip breakfast, I think. Unless the wind suddenly picks up. And it's changed plans. I was going to, I don't know if you can see it. It's very misty and murky out there. I was going to walk along the Loch and, after breakfast, but that's going to be scuppered. Looks like we're going to be bagging up and moving back towards that open area near the bridge, and hopefully there's a breeze there. If not, we might be going all the way back to the car, because it doesn't matter where you are around here, if there's no breeze, you're just going to get hammered by the midges, and it's no fun, that ain't. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to play it by ear. I mean, the breeze could suddenly pick up, but I don't know. I mean, yesterday evening, beautiful, tons of breeze. I got up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful breeze. Half a moon, looked like a full moon, but it was half a moon. I stayed out there taking photos. It was pitch black. Utter peaceful. And nice breeze, no midges. But it's just died. And I've been up since about 7:30. We went out once, make sure the dogs could have a wee, and I had a drink and let them have a little stroll. Got eaten alive. Died back in the tent, just been lying here. 2 hikers went by about 9:15. They didn't look very happy. Obviously it's been murky all the way down and they've been bitten. There's not much you can do. If there's no breeze, you're absolutely hammered by the midges, and that is no fun for anyone. And anyone that's been through it will understand. So all you do is bag up, kit up, and get out. You have to, because you could sit here all day, and the breeze might come to like 3-4 o'clock, if that. So change of plans, and my legs are getting more and more bites. The problem is, you go out to put the smidge on. I should have put it in here, to be honest. And by the time you get out there, they've already eaten you. So I've got to get trousers on, socks on. I'm going to smidge my arms. My arms normally take it well, same with my face. My midge net is on the bike, but I know where it is. It's really quick access, and that's why I've done it. So I'll have to get the midge net on, and dogs will just have to run around being chased by them. That's about it. Beautiful night, so peaceful, utterly peaceful. One of the best spots I've been for utter peace. You know what I mean? No birds, no deer, no sheep, no humans, no boats, nothing. Utter peace. But the problem is now there's no wind. So thought I'd update you. You can never plan, you just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, people say, well, you're near a lot. Yesterday I was on the coast, right on the edge of the coast, nice and open. It was the same problem. It's just this week, it seems to be no wind anywhere. So I bet wherever I go, there'll be a problem with wind this week. But once it does break and clear up, then it'll be, hopefully, it's supposed to be predicted. And I talked to locals yesterday, and they would have had an updated one. And they said it was going to be nice again today. Tomorrow was going to be the overcast. And that's another reason not to stay here. If it's overcast and no wind, we could be trapped in this tent all day. So, you know what I mean? The midges win, always win. So we've got to adapt to it and see what we can do. Right, wish me luck. I've got to bag up and then get out. Welcome to Midge Hell. 10 to 11, still no wind as such, really. Lie down, you two. Bagged everything up, as you can see. It's all been bagged up as I go along. That's why this tent's great for space inside. So that's all ready to go on the bike. I'm covered. I'm going to be zipped up in a minute and deeted up. This is what it was like earlier. no midges on the net at all. And I thought, oh, it's okay. Where are they? As soon as I went out there, they came out the ground like, you could see them rising like, I don't know, land of the living dead or whatever. And they attacked me tenfold. So I'm ready now. Deet, got midge net, which is on the bike and I can easily get. And my arms can take it, my face has been protected, and we can back up. I've had something to eat, I've had my breakfast, but I've had no coffee. I'll move somewhere else, and once it gets a bit breezier, I can have a cup of coffee and just relax, and then decide what we're going to do. Can't hang around here at all where it's dead. I mean, as far as I know, the wind could be being blocked by these mountains for either side, and it could be coming from a different direction now. So once I get in the open back there, I might suddenly find I've got a breeze. So you've got to play it by ear when you're out here. Dogs are ready. I can feed them soon, so job done. What I'm doing, I don't know. I'm going to work it out as I go along. Right, wish me luck. Plenty of dew on the bike. So people would say, why do we get so much condensation on the tent? Well, it's on the bike as well, and that's been outside. But anyway, I can't tell you what I'm filming because I've got my midge net on. But this is the morning, overcast, misty, a bit gloomy, no sunshine yet, no breeze, but I'm looking for midges, and for some reason they're leaving us alone at the moment. I'm sure that'll soon change with these two. Maybe they're getting the dogs. I've got DEET on and I've got my midge net, so, and I'm covered now, so they can't get any other spots. Go away from the bike before they knock that over. Lie down. They probably are getting the dogs. Beautiful, isn't it? That's how it's been all night, so peaceful. Yep, you've guessed it. Lie down, you two. Apart from them moving like always. Bagged the bike up. Got everything ready. Was about to go, and the wind's picked up. 11:30. Fed the dogs, so I'm having my coffee. I'm doing what I normally do. I'll be a late departure. We'll push back and we'll see what happens with the weather because it looks really murky at the moment. It's probably just cloud, low cloud. We'll play it by ear and see what happens. But I chose this spot purposely because it was nice and open, and it was kind of like a vacuum for the wind that did come. But it just took its time. Now it's coming a nice breeze. This is what it was like at 1 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful. But typical, isn't it? One other thing, I can guarantee DEET does work. Look at them all dead on my arm. Oh, I don't know if you can focus, and they're dead on my arm. I lathered up with DEET on my arms and my face before I went out the tent. Put a bug net over my face, obviously, because they still get in your eyes and start swallowing them. And I didn't get no problems at all. They stayed well away. But the dogs were running around, or we kept moving around and shaking their heads, so I know they were bugging the dogs. So they went for the dogs and left me alone. But they did land and die on me. But I got no extra bites. You know when you get bit, you feel it. You start feeling itchy and everything. Didn't get any of that at all. So DEET 100% does work. Then, like a miracle, I was wondering, will the wind pick up or won't it? And all of a sudden the midges just disappeared before the wind picked up. They seemed to sense. And then the dogs settled down. So what I'm doing is, I fed dogs to say, I'm having my coffee. Got my shield there, but the breeze is now picking up. 1 minute you got no breeze. I wish I kept the tent out, I could have dried it a bit more. But it's all wrapped up, and it's a job getting in that handlebar bag. You two, lie down. Plats. Because if you start running around, you'll stir the midges up. They're in the ground. They'll sense you. Lie down. That's what they do. They go running through the grass, and of course all the midges start popping up. So once this breeze stays, I can have my coffee. You can even see dead midges on top of the lid. They're everywhere. On the water, they get on the bags, you name it. So I can brush my teeth, I can do everything I want to do, but a shame, weather's not picked up. It's supposed to be nice again today, but hey, I've had 2 nice days. Even if I just cycle back to the car and just take it steady and then decide to pop somewhere on the way back, I don't mind. The whole aim was to come out, test the bike, have some fun, and we've certainly done that. And I had a glorious night, and I've had plenty of sleep, so no problems at all. But as you know, from yesterday, there's a massive mountain there. But that's not there now. Oh, the clouds come right down. Stella had a magic aspirin last night, so she's fine. As I say, I must have settled down about 8 o'clock last night again. No, 9 o'clock, because I was chatting to you, when just giving you the latest rundown. Here, you. Oh dear. Stay. Lie down. No. Right, I've got to get my coffee. Platts. That's you, Platts. 12:15. All bagged up. Had lunch. Fed dogs. Brushed teeth. Done all toiletries. No trace left, obviously. Just where we were lying. Believe it or not, I was lying on a lump somewhere. Don't know where it was, but if I moved to the left, to the right, sorry, when I was in the tent, probably that was the lump there. I had a good sleep, and I slept really well. Midges are starting to come back because the wind is starting to die again. There's brightness over there. I mean, if I was backpacking, I'd have all the gear in the pack now, and I would be hiking that way, because I'd follow the trail along and just go as far as I wanted and see how the weather goes. But with a bike, there is a trail, but it's very hard going, and pushing it with all that gear, and you definitely couldn't ride it. So what I'm going to do is go back towards the boathouse, follow the track back, and there was a lovely clearing where there was a stream. I'm hoping it'll clear out then, because, you know, give it some time, it might blow through. Because it seems to be brightening over there, and it seems to be drifting this way, so I'm hoping, give it time. The other thing is, I knew tomorrow will be cloudy and overcast, and I don't want to be sat here having to go through all that if it's midge heaven around here. So what I want to do is be nearer the track, nearer for the car. But if things don't brighten up or turn for the worst, then we'll have to make for the car and then find somewhere where there is some sun. I don't know, I'll play that by ear. The world's an oyster. But I have to think of something quick because time's getting on. Right, let's push on. This is where the locals were having a picnic yesterday. Lovely spot. I'm looking at the old rails and wheels, steel wheels. I wonder what it was for. Bringing the boats up. Because it's called the boathouse around here, but I haven't seen many buildings. I think there's a little shack, that's it. So I guess that was for bringing the boats up. Brighter over there, windier here. Lovely pitch spot, isn't it, here? But obviously the locals do the fishing. When I say locals, I think it must be friends of the estate owners or whatever. I saw a few doing fly fishing, and as I say, they were having a picnic here. I was looking for any mess. Good on them. So I was hoping to find some mess and I'd point it out, but no, they look after the place good. So we should follow suit, shouldn't we? They're eager to go. I've got to go through over this little bit and then I'm onto the track. But it's gorgeous, isn't it? I'm not in no rush. I don't know what I'm doing. I ain't got no plans. It's just one of them days where it's murky. I don't think the sun's kind of come out, maybe too late. But as long as I'm near the track and near at home. But that, we were pitched just over there, just above my finger, which was an ideal spot, out of the way of anyone. The people, as I say, picnicking and fly fishing left about 6:30, so they knew the midgets were coming out. And I think they come out about 7:15, 7:45. They were a bit late last night. But yeah, lovely spot. As I say, if I was hiking, I could have pushed on with a pack, but I've just come round there. And I don't know what I was running on yesterday, but yesterday I found it easy going. I think the sun's out, you know, you're full of life. I was buzzing because I've been biking. And I got over there quite easy. Pushing it back today, it looked sludgier, boggier, and it was hard work. I don't know if it's maybe there's slight gradient. Coming across there was murder. I don't know if you can see my tracks. It was digging in. So it was making every push hard. But yeah, nice. If the locals didn't need this area for fly fishing and all that, it'd be a nice pitch spot here. Under a tree. Nice. There's bird's nest out there. Things you see. Right. Can't see no mountains. All shrouded in cloud. But as I say, we're losing the wind there, but it's over here. So we'll see what happens when we get further up. I would like to get the tent out and let it dry out a bit because it was soaking. But we'll see what happens. Right, gonna move on. So this is the end of the track. I thought there was a shack here, there isn't. I saw that yesterday, I thought it was a shack. Don't know what it is. And that's where they moor the boats. And you just go over that crest there and you're where that picnic spot was. So we're back on track. Go around the corner for about a mile. Hopefully it's going to clear out. Look really, really overcast, doesn't it? Might be a case of finding somewhere. Here you. Sorry, I'm talking to the dogs. I've got to keep my eyes on them. Every time I'm chatting to you, they're peeling off somewhere. Might be a case of finding a spot and find a spot that I can explore from so I can pitch a tent and get it to dry out. We'll see. Go on, you two. We're moving on. Yep, we came around that corner, over our bridge, which I saw yesterday, plats. So I'm telling my dog, moaning. And this is the pitch I wanted to do last night, but I pushed on to Loch Sealga because I wanted to view it from that side, because I've been on the other side from Corrie and up over the tops. So I thought I've got to go and see it. And then when I saw them picnickers and I saw a spot over the far end, I thought I'll go there. But I did say yesterday I'll double back and come here. Now, 2 reasons why. I've only done a mile, 1.8 miles. I don't think it's that. I think it's 1.4, something like that. Is I want to dry a tent out. The tent was absolutely saturated from condensation, and also the weather doesn't look great. I just think it's low cloud. I don't think it's going to rain, but we've also got shelter. And the other thing was, if I go back to the car, it's late, and I thought, where am I going to go? Why get in a car, drive somewhere to see the similar views as this when this is right around the corner? Plus, I can have a nice relaxing day. There's a push bike around the corner then, so I guess someone's gone up on one of these Munros or somewhere. But will be his bike security. He'll be well impressed when he comes back and finds us looking after his bike. Or she, sorry. We will go for a little wander around in a bit as well. I want to, kind of have a look around. Take more photos. As I say, it seems stupid to cycle, 6 miles back, get in the car, load all the gear on the car, get out of there! Out! It's muddy, messy. This one. Stupid dogs. That's like Taphead and Manky. Here. This one. You got a whole river here. Sorry for shouting, but they're so frustrating sometimes. They go and drink out dirty water when they've got a whole river. Go and get a drink. Look, now they don't want that drink. Oh, they will, yeah. Go and get a drink. No, see what I mean? Stupid. Nice, isn't it? Obviously, I wouldn't pitch here in winter because of the flooding. It would probably overflow, but this time of year, we're fine. Will the noise of the river get on my nerves? I don't think so. I think it'll be quite soothing at night. And it'll blocking out any animal noises and all that if they do happen. I haven't seen one deer on this trip. So, tent's drying out. I'm going to have some lunch. And we'll go for a little walk around while everything's drying out. If the sun comes out, I can dry the sleeping bags. They're a bit damp. And then tomorrow, I've got a nice 6 mile. There's no panic what time I leave the tent. I can leave the tent at 2 in the afternoon. See, that was the other thing. I was worried about being over there and the midges like sticking us to like late time. By the time I've packed up and got all the way here, it's only a mile, but trust me, mile with midges is hell. You know what I mean? I'm hoping again. I was here yesterday. There was really nice strong breeze here, better than over there. It was coming through that way, so I'm hoping they'll do the same again today. There's not much of a breeze now, but again, the midges don't seem to be bothering us. But we've got shelter, as I say. So I'm not going to unpack everything just in case anything happens or have to change plans again. But it's a 10-second job when you do unpack. I just want to see what's happening with the weather. You know, if it stays like this, we'll stay here. There's no point going anywhere when the weather's like this. I'm hoping it's brightening up over there. It's slowly catching us up. I'm hoping it will eventually burn off all this cloud and we'll get some sunny spells. But no, in Scotland, anything can happen. One vehicle's gone by, fishermen again, I guess. And as I say, that person doing the Munros, at least the tent is getting dried off while I'm having lunch, and that needs to be done. Right, gonna have lunch at 1:30. Not bad for me. Well, lunch was nice. Leave that alone, Stella. Dog's had some chocky. Shouldn't, I know. It's bad for him. But only a little bit. Won't kill him. I'm hoping that brightness is going to come this way. It is, but it's taken a hell of a long time. I've got a jacket on because it was starting to get misty. Not enough to kind of dive in a tent or anything like that. Tent is drying off brilliant because of the wind. Every now and then the wind stops and of course the midges come out, but I've got my midge net. Not enough to start layering up with DEET, but enough to put a midge net over your head. We're going to take some photos. Whatever happens, I mean, the way it's going, it looks like we'll be staying here. But whatever happens, at least the tent's drying off, and that was the main concern because it was absolutely saturated. I was hoping the wind would pick up when we're over there, so I could leave it and then I could have breakfast and it would dry off like it's doing now. But no. And lo and behold, as soon as I packed up, I more or less got the last bits on the bike, the wind started. And that was about, I'm guessing 11ish, 11:15, somewhere around there. So, plenty of water. That was another reason why I liked it. It was really easy to get water. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'd like to go wandering in a bit. I just like the weather, so I can, once this tent's dried out, I can zip it out and put the gear in safe, you know what I mean? I don't think anyone will steal anything, but I was chatting to some people at Barrisdale Buffet the other week, and they said someone stole not out of their group, but they were chatting to someone stole a sleeping bag off a bike, believe it or not. It must have been strapped to the back of a bike when they'd left the bike there, and of course the bloke came down, he had no sleeping bag, and it puts you in peril even in summer, you know what I mean? Imagine having no sleeping bag at night, it gets chilly. You can really put people in peril, so it was an awful thing to happen. I mean, things like that don't normally happen in the hiking community, very rare, but you do get the odd one wrong un. So as I say, I haven't got any real concerns about my gear, but I'd like to zip the tent up so it's out of sight, it's out of mind, so to speak. If you leave something glaringly standing there, I'm sure the odd dodgy person will be too tempted. So yeah, take photos, have a look around. It's amazing, a minute ago I was in breeze here, I went across the bridge to see what it's like over there, and there was no breeze at all over there. As soon as I got on the bridge, breeze, over here breeze. So it's really crazy, isn't it? Right, enough for now. I'll figure out what we're doing. Well, we're off exploring. Don't know where we're going. Might find some tracks hidden away. Checking the weather. It's bright over there, which is now the Loch, but still very cloudy. It'd be nice if we got some sun. Really nice. Checking all the forecasts, one of them did say it'd be cloudy today, and one did say the wind wouldn't pick up to about 11 o'clock. That same one said tomorrow the wind will pick up about 10, so that would be perfect timing for us to start bagging up. So I'm not worried about that at all. If anything, the wind's just slightly picking up slightly over the next few hours, which is fine. I prefer that, to be honest. Haven't seen a single deer. Absolutely strange, and I think you'd see them hiding in a corner somewhere, especially a place like this. It's amazing, you could go one place and see nothing but herds of them, go another place and not see a single soul. If it weren't for the fishermen, it seems quite a regularly used track this for the people doing the fly fishing at the Loch. So it's not my my normal wilderness scene again, is it? We're getting out of that. I'm going to have to get back into that. But I must say, I do enjoy bike packing. It's really lazy. You do 6 miles one day. Oh, sorry, what did I do the first day? About a quarter of a mile, if that, to the beach, because I took the car down the road. A track similar to this. And yesterday I did just under 7 miles, touching 7, 6.92 I think it was. And then today I've done a mile. My God, I'm going to start putting weight on. Just had lunch. It was chicken, sweet and sour chicken, sorry. Expedition foods, that's what they are. Gotta say that one wasn't very nice. It was quite bland. It needed more flavouring. It was like, it had the taste of sweet and sour, but didn't have any, you know, kind of character to it, if that's the word I'm looking for. Stella, she goes through the ferns, and that's why I don't want her. Oh, was that a limp there? Was a bit stiff down one leg. Shouldn't. She's not done much. Is this the river I tried going across and got stuck halfway? Well, 3/4. I don't know if it's the one. Probably. Yeah. I made it 3/4 and just near the end here I got stuck. Don't ask me why, because it ain't that deep, it's just me not good enough. It's gone down a bit. It seemed a bit higher yesterday. Well, we've gone this way. I'm not walking through that. Some stepping stones over there if I want to use. Yeah, you. This way, you. We'll try. I've just seen a disused building. It's probably hundreds of years old. Ruins of it. So I'm going to check that out. Oh God, rebels soaked. Come on, you. Luckily, it's about 18 degrees today, even though it don't feel it. Here's this building, probably hundreds of years old. See, front or the back. That's where the chimney would be. Not a sign of deer around here. You can see where they've been resting and sleeping. Also a few drop-ins, and you can see hoof marks as well. Wow. I wonder, what a place though. Got plenty of water around, ain't you? I wonder how old, eh? Hundreds of years. They always have these like other pens, don't they, on their side? I guess they're for the sheep or something. Normally there's like a building with a roof, and then there's like a pen area. You can see like an entrance there. I think the people who built this got all the rocks from all over the place around here, carried them or moved them in some way. Stella, leave it. Oh, they'll probably pick ticks up from here. There's definitely deer who've been around here. Here you. Our tent is up there, so we might get some deer tonight. Don't know if you can see. This ain't, the dogs ain't been here. See impressions. And we ain't got no sheep around here. And I was seeing some trails coming from the river back there, and they weren't human. It's a typical spot deer would like, where it's flat and away from. They wouldn't like it where the track is so much. Here's a typical spot they'd like to hang around. Oh, I think we'll go up there next. It ain't too boggy, I'm surprised. I'm expecting the ground to be really, really mushy, but it isn't. And I'm only wearing these shoes. So far, so good. Wonder where that hill walker went. I wonder which one he's done. These are not very high. I would have thought he'd done something higher. Maybe he's on there. Again, the video makes it look small. It's quite big. Right, back to the base and then up that hill, I think. And this spot, not far from where we pitched. I wonder if this is better for us. It's nice, isn't it? Didn't see that from the track. It's a bit away off the track and it's nice. I don't mind moving the tent. I've done that and God knows many times. Especially that Inverie expedition. This looks a better place for me. A few pebbles. And then where they had a fire because obviously to get rid of the midges. But oh, there's some wood there. I ain't got nothing to break it up. So I'd do exactly the same. Yeah, makes a good point, doesn't it? Might be moving my tent. Can't tell how windy it is. I'll see in a minute. Might be less windy here. I don't know. It's coming across. Pretty nice spot here because you're away from the road. As I say, I don't mind moving the tent. It's easy to move. What time is it? 3 o'clock. Good God! Don't the time fly? Stella's looking a bit stiff. She ain't done much today. Maybe one of her legs is playing up. Let's have a look. It's normally the front left. Looks a bit stiff today. Oh, tempting, isn't it? I prefer this spot here. Cars, it's not so bumpy. There's bumpy. Oh dear. Is it worth the move? Not as noisy, just a little rippling. Here it's just too stony here. And there's, look, looks a bit dippy. Don't know why I'm talking to you and telling you all this. Oh dear, might be moving. Right, thinking. So, I was going to move up there, but since I stood there, there was less wind, and I looked back at my tent, there's wind. And then I found a fire pit here, so I've been collecting wood. As you know, I won't build a fire pit, but there's a couple around here, and there's a lot of wood been scattered all around. It looks like people have thrown it or something after they've finished with it. But plenty to burn if I can get it started. And it's on gravel, it's not going to do any harm. And I'll scatter the stones after, even though there's a fire pit here, I'll still scatter them after. So I'm going around collecting wood. I'll show you what I mean. Which you wouldn't expect, would you? You wouldn't expect wood out here. But when I look, there's bits here, look, bits there. I don't know if that's oak burnt bits. I think someone scattered the fire after, haven't they? Yeah, look, there's wood there. Look at it all along the bank, and this is washed in dry over the year. But really weird, and there's quite a bit up there. Look, some here. So what I'm doing is collecting the wood, and if I get a fire going, brilliant. If not, it'll come in handy for someone else. As I say, burning there is worse because it's grassed area and it'll scorch it, but I'm on gravel, so I can stir the gravel. I think, look, I think there has been fire pits and people, yeah, there's remains of wood all over the place around here. So, and there's a great big chunk of it up there. But, gravel, leave. I don't know what you're thinking. That's what gave me the idea when I saw the old fire pit, and then I saw this. I can't break that up though. So I'd have to go on in one piece once it gets roaring. But I bet if I look around, there's even more around here. So, didn't plan this. I'm not cold, but it'd be nice to keep the midges away, wouldn't it? Get some smoke going. Means you don't have to dive into the tent so early. Right, I'm going to start collecting wood and see what happens later. Can't see him, but he's up there somewhere. Sounds right overhead. I get a glimpse when he goes through some breaks. Hope it's not mountain rescue again. Sadly, been a couple of people lost their lives in recent weeks. elderly gentleman near Glencoe. There was a younger guy, I don't know, had a fall. I don't know where that was. Chatting to someone, it's very sad. It's the perils of being outdoors. Not for us here today doing this, but some of the spots you go to, there's always dangers. Again, if you fall off your bike here, luckily there seems to be people coming and going, doing things, so you'll probably be found. But some of the places you go, no one will find you. So yeah, I was going to go over there, but no. I was stood there and there was hardly any wind, and I looked over to my tent, it was still blowing, so that was a big no shame, because it looks beautiful over there. But look how much I collected just around here. It's just all around here. So I might move that fire pit over to here so it doesn't burn the grass. I can do that now. I'm getting really kind of busybody day today. As I say, I don't normally have fires unless it's life and death, but when there's an actual fire pit right there, you know what I mean, and there's wood everywhere, it seems stupid, but as I say, I've got no means of starting this except a lighter and some tissue paper, so I'm going to have to be lucky. If not, someone's going to have a load of firewood from. Right, let's move that a bit over. I don't know why they put it, maybe it grew, the grass grew. Drying the dog bedding off. That was a bit damp. I'm trying to think any other jobs I need doing. It's a good way to do your household when you've got a day like this. Kind of chamois for drying the inside of the ground sheet where it got damp from condensation when I rolled it up. That's all dried off. Chamois drying off. Got the dog beds to say. Don't need to worry about filtering water. I've got plenty of water nearby. I'll use sterilising tablets. Maybe my filter is coming to the end of its life. It shouldn't be because it's quite a new one. Lie down, you two. So it should be good for another few months, but it's been used a lot, hasn't it, on our travels, so I might need to get another one. Seems weird that it was working fine and then just suddenly stopped and started really getting slow. Could be the water. When I get home I'll give it a good flush through and find out. Just open the front of the tent again, make sure plenty of air gets in there. I've got their dog bags I could dry off as well. I thought it might rain earlier, but it seems to be kind of blown through. Still looks a bit brighter over there where we were around the corner. Loch Sealga. What a name, eh? Bloke ain't come down for his bite yet, so I don't know if he's doing an overnight on the tops there. Probably watching us now. So yeah, dog bed's out. Go for another gander, I think. Don't seem to be anyone around. Interesting seeing that building there. I know there's hundreds of them all over the place, but you never get bored of looking at them, thinking that people used to live here. Don't forget this track was probably just like a foot track, you know what I mean? It's only modern times that they've used it. Same with the bridge there. So all this would be real wilderness. Right, I'm going to dry dog bags off. Done everything else, I think. I'm really spot on because I've had all day to mess about. But the plan was from day one was to go to Sealga Bay and see the beach there. Day two was to have fun doing my first bikepacking to Loch Sealga. And then, as I say, the weather's not been brilliant. It would have been too hard to push the bike all the way along the loch. It would have been, there's so many rocks and boulders and bog and everything. So I don't mind. I'm having fun. And if I get a nice fire going tonight, not for the heat, just for, it's kind of psychological, isn't it, when you have a fire going. And I've moved it onto the gravel, so it's not going to cause any problems. And then in the morning, if I do finally get it going, in the morning I'll pour water on it and make sure it's completely out, and I'll scatter the stones. So, and I'll brush over it, so where the gravel is, so with a stick. So I'm doing better. I'm getting rid of that fire pit, but I'm not going to pass the chance of using it when there's wood and a fire pit there. So I know it kind of contradicts what I've always said in the past, but you know, if I was in areas like over there, I wouldn't have fires because he's scorching and marking the land. But here with this gravel and man's been, you can see man's laid all this rubble down to kind of protect the erosion. So I'm guessing the river really comes up in the winter. Right, next job. Having fun, and the breeze is keeping going, so no problem with midges. If anything, it's got quite strong now, hence why I kept the coat on. Right, jobs. Having fun. This is totally the opposite of what I normally do, but in some ways it's really good, isn't it? You know, to have a kind of chilled one, whereas normally I'm on a mission, aren't I? So it does no harm to have a relaxing one. If anything, Stella looks worse from resting than she did when she was working. I think she stiffens up. Right, bags, got to dry them off. Well, we've explored around. It's 20 to 5. Some of the fishermen again. There's another car up there. When that goes, we'll be alone, apart from the bloke that's on a Munro or one of these hills. He's left his bike. It might be clearing. It's been trying all day. I took the temperature reading. It's Stella Getaway. It's 14.2. The wind speed is 5.2, and it feels like 13.2. Now, taking context that yesterday it was 21, 22, and probably felt warmer. So it's a good few degrees drop there, isn't there? So luckily the breeze is kept up. And the midges don't like because it's getting cooler. Good. So if we can get a fire going at the back there and the wind's still blowing slightly, then there's no chance of any embers landing near tent. Right, Stella, get out. She's ready for settling down already. She is. It's only 20 to 5. So I'm going to do my dinner in a minute. I think yesterday I was doing dinner about this time. It was scorching, you know what I mean? Just shows how things can change so quick. You know, it's not cold, it's not bad, but look how gloomy it is. You know what I mean? A bit of sun coming out. Oh, here's the others coming. I don't know if you can see them with the headlights on. I've got to put dogs on leave because they might want to chat. That'll be the last people then we're all alone. And we're off. But the wind is still strong, so it's burning quite quick. It's 6 o'clock. I wanted it to burn slower. But if I don't get it going now, the embers going now, then it won't be hot enough for later. So the aim of the game is to try and moderate the burn, but get it nice and glowing, so that if we get smoke around here, I can stay out here more rather than hide in the tent, which is only there, and the wind's blowing that way obviously, so no problem. And last people have gone, so we're all alone. And as I say, I'll tidy up. It's on gravel, so I'll tidy up when I finish in the morning. But there's fire pits all the way along, no one's tidied them up, so I don't think anyone's going to cry about mine, to be honest. But had dinner. Oh, one last thing, it was so funny. The last bloke came. It's amazing. I was eating my dinner. I said, wouldn't it be funny if someone just come around the corner? And lo and behold, someone come around the corner. So I had to put the dogs on the lead. They're inside, but I knew they'd go crazy. So I get them out, put them on the lead, otherwise they'll try and get through the tent. He comes by me, and I thought, I wonder if that's his bike. But I thought, if I say, is that your bike? And it isn't, he could be someone that's bad, you know, and could say, yeah, it's my bike, and take it and walk off with it. So I thought, I better not say anything. So he walks by me and he goes all the way up the top there and he's gone. So I put the dogs back in the tent to meet him, and then he comes back. He says, "You ain't seen a bike, have you?" He says, "I've lost it." So luckily I was here. So I told him where the bike was. He's done a loop of the Loch, and I think he's also been up on some Munros. But he didn't sound Scottish, he sounded English. So I guess he's visiting as well. But that was it. That was the last person. So it was so funny. I have dinner. And what happens? As soon as I got it nice and scorching, someone comes around the corner. I just knew it had happened. Tent's fine. There's still a breeze. It stayed murky all day. You know what I mean? Even he said there's a difference in temps from yesterday to today. Hey, watch your tent. I don't want you hitting the guy lines. You're supposed to be tired a minute ago, Stella. So I'm beach combing for wood at the moment. So that's my new job. If it means us being out longer without being in the tent with midges, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Stella, get away from the lines. She's going to hit the lines. Right, beach combing. Smoky, but good. Believe it or not, good timing. Look at the breeze, it's gone, more or less. And it's early. 6:10. Dogs didn't want the fire, they don't like it. I think it's smoke irritates them. Anyway, so I've got porridge for pudding and strawberries. And I have it cold and it turns out to be a good dessert. So I can stand here, enjoy my enjoy my pudding with the fire. And as the breeze dies, hopefully the smoke will swirl around. But hopefully they'll stay away. And I don't have to fly into the tent too early. But look at it, breeze is absolutely gone now. And they will be out any second. They're starting to rise. So if you look, I don't know if you can pick it out on the camera, you can see them coming up. I don't know if it's midges. See, there's one in front of my face. You're not supposed to light the smoke, clear off. These midges are strong, aren't they? You've got to give yourself smoke carbon. Oh, look at them coming up the ground. I can see them now coming off the ground. My God. Hopefully they'll clear off with this smoke. Shouldn't like it. Anyway, they're early. So I got the fire going at a good time. I thought I wouldn't have enough. Found that plank, but I can't break it. I'll have to ditch that. There is plenty of wood, but if I had my backhoe, I could cut a load up. Don't know about the midges lighting the smoke. Let's stand further down. Is that better? It's nice to have a fire though. Throws off some heat. So I've got my midge net if I have to use it. Not worried about my hands. They don't seem to bother the hands so much. I'll just zip up, make sure my neck's okay. The crafty sods. So yeah, I'm going to have my dessert and sit it out for a bit and then dive in. Get changed and settle down. Probably when this last bit of wood burns, that won't be burning. Might take a good hour though, because there's quite thick wood there. We'll see how I go. See if the midges beat me. But it's nice, isn't it? Got my chair. In my fire. So I can get smoked out. But I tell you what, the midges everywhere. As soon as you go 2 or 3 feet that way, ooh. Dogs are in the tent. They don't want to play. The midges are waiting for them now. So they can stay there now. We'll just settle down here and smoked out. It's stinging my eyes. Thing is, if I go here, I get covered in midges. That wind is, even though it looks good, it's not good enough. Because it's the time anyway when they come out. They love these times, don't they? 7 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's about roughly their time. I can feel them stinging my arms now, hands now. Don't know where they are. My hands are stinging. But anyway, who cares? I've got a fire. Still misty over there. Been one of them days, isn't it? I was hoping it'd clear out at one point, but no, I just knew it wouldn't. The good thing is it didn't rain. Right. I just wanted to show you my new lounge area. Right, it's more smoking. No wonder they say smoking's bad for you. This is here. Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking here, what have I got planned next? Well, September's coming up and summer will soon be over. And I haven't done anything on Bleak Low this year at all, except when the lockdown eased at the very early months. I think it's springtime, early spring. So I'd like to do something on Bleak Low before summer's over, because I've spent so much time in Scotland. And get on the moors there, where there's no midges for a change. And then come back here, because by the end of September, midges will be gone from it. And we can start doing boffies and winter, well, autumn with a hot tent and the bike. I'll probably use the hot tent with the bike in autumn. And in winter, I might use the bike to go to boffies. Let's see how it goes. See how Stella is. I'm getting choked out here. The things I do to enjoy my time in Scotland. We're in a bug net in front of a fire, and they still stick to the bug net, you know. I can't believe them. Only one or two, but they're diehards, they are. They're like, I'm not giving up. You thought you got a smoky fire? We've seen that trick before, they go. Don't work. Think of something else. Right. Yeah, so that's what I've got planned next. But you know what, like, plans always change, don't they? But I've done so many trips to Scotland. I'll get out and get smoked out. Whew. That's better, a bit of fresh air. And still the midges were sticking to my bug net. I can't believe it. But yeah, I think a Bleak Low's due, or a Kinder Scout. Just change it about. As I say, I don't want to go like Lake District and Brecon Beacons. I did Brecon Beacons with the military. So I've already done that. I've done Dartmoor with the military. Lake District seems to get swarmed with everyone, so I like the remoteness. And yeah, Peak District gets swarmed, but places like Bleak Low and the more isolated spots on Kinder Scout don't get that many visitors at times. So yeah, I was sitting here, I was thinking, do I do another Scotland one? Or, I mean, I've been up here probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 times this year. And as I say, the first one I did on the Peak District, and that's where I really started doing all my wild camping, was the Peak District. So it'd be nice to get on Bleak Low with the dogs. I might try you might have seen the tent, it's a Bibler Tempest tent. It's a classic, original. Got it in really good condition, just needed seam sealing on the doors. They're separate, it's a separate fabric from the Todtex that's on the actual tent. They've got like I don't know what it is, it's a different kind of fabric anyway. I don't know, it's a classic, it's so old. I mean, I was lucky I found it off someone that I don't think's ever used it, and the person that told me they'd found it off someone that never used it. So it's in great condition. I've tested it out outside in my house in the back garden and left it out for 24 hours just to make sure, because it's single skin. I was worried about it leaking. Didn't leak at all. The only issue you have with them kind of tents, because the single skin, is condensation, so you've got to vent it. So hence why it'd be so good for a winter. No good. It ain't got no. Oh, it has got mesh on the doors, so, but it still wouldn't be any good for this kind of place. You know what I mean? Not in the summer months or autumn. It needs to be used in winter. Otherwise, you'll have to close it up because of the midges, and then hence even with the midge net end closed, it'll get condensation. You need to give it a good venting. So I was sitting here and I was thinking, what am I going to do next? Because I had to get this biking done, because I've been putting it off for a good 18 months due to the COVID, and we couldn't get out and so on and so on. And I was just sitting there, and as I say, I nearly sold it, so I'm glad I didn't. I really enjoyed the fun. Few things I've got to tweak. I'm trying to think now off the top of my head. It's just rearrange different bits, and everything worked on the handlebars. Everything worked on the panniers. Seat pack worked fine. Even the additional bits I used with a bungee cord worked fine. I'm not too keen on them front fork bags, because the straps, that Blackburn Outpost straps that come with a cage, are not long enough. You want something you can really cinch and get some decent quantity in them bags. Otherwise, it's waste of bringing them bags. And the straps seem too short to me. They hardly go around the bag. So that seems to be a waste if you're putting the bags on there. So I might have to change the straps for something decent and longer. Then them front bags would be worth putting on. But at the moment, I'm putting very little in there, which is good because you don't want to put much weight. But I think you could put soft, padded and light things in there and stuff it up, like socks, clothes, things like that, shorts, whatever. Don't weigh much, but they are a bit bulky. But I can't do that at the moment because I can't stuff the bags to the fullness that the bag can go, because the straps are not wide enough to go round. So that's something I've noticed. I've got a little pouch for the bottle you saw, and I've got another little pouch that I didn't think would come in handy, and that little pouch has come ever so handy for the tablets, for the painkillers, Stella's paracetamol, antihistamine that I did use, and that has really come in handy. And also I had suntan cream, which I never used, and I don't know if you can't see, but there's midges all over my bug net, and I'm right in front of the fire. Unbelievable, these things, ain't they? So if I stand up against the smoke, they'll go. Just will not go. Diehards. You think they'd clear off, wouldn't you? No, it's because the smoke's died down. That's what it is. As soon as that smoke dies down, they get braver. Or is the smoke moved? Yeah, I think it's moved, isn't it? It's got to the point where it's not blowing at all. Anyway, enough rambling. I just thought I'd let you know what I'm getting up to next. Don't know when. I don't know if you can see them on the hand. I'm trying to. Yep, they're on my hand. Little sods. Oh, I've got to make more smoke. Welcome to Scotland. You see the midges? I've got to go through that to get in the tent. That's why you need a two-way zipper. It'd be so much better. Unzip both ends, sneak in, back out. It's gonna be fun.